Hey guys, I have another library haul for you. This one's not very big. I do need to go to the library soon, so I'll probably hold this video until I go to the library and get the rest of the books I want to get. I've been checking out a lot of books online. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks through Overdrive. And if you want to know more about my Overdrive accounts and stuff, I would be more than happy to talk to you about it. The actual library books, the physical ones that I have, are these ones. And if you watched my April wrap up, you'll know that I've had this book for a little bit. This is Glitter. It's written by April Lynn Pike. It's the only one out of this group that I checked out. This one was for me. I kept eyeballing it on the shelves, and I could not help it. I really wanted to read it. You can check out my wrap up for more information about it. My only little thoughts right now, right here, is that I liked it a lot, but if I had known it was part of a duology and had such a nasty cliffhanger, I would not have read it until the next one came out. So that's my 2 cents on this one. I liked it a lot, but the ending sucked. The cliffhanger was horrid, and the next book doesn't come out for like a year. So yeah, if you want to read this, wait for the next book to come out and then double up. Just a fair warning. Now, these books, I don't know much about. The one that I was most interested in was 1,000 Pieces of You. And even this one, I don't know too much about it. Scanning the inside flap because I can't remember. I know that Elise picked this one out. She picked out these 3 books. And the reason she picked this one out was because she liked the cover. And you have to admit, that is one stunning cover. And from what I can gather, it's about alternate realities. And so you have this girl who lives in one reality, and they have found a way to call this device they call the Firebird to change realities, to go to different dimensions. It definitely sounds like something that I would want to read. And I know that I've seen a lot of stuff on BookTube about this and thought that it sounded really interesting. I just personally did not pick this one out. My daughter did. So there you go. Okay, so the next book that Elise picked out was called Geek Girl. And Geek Girl is about this nerdy girl who gets discovered by a talent agency. And that she can be a model. And she's really surprised because she's more of a read encyclopedia for the fun of it type of girl, and shocked to be discovered as a possible model. I, again, did not pick this out. Elise did. She thought that it sounded really fun. She has only read bits and pieces of all these books. So she read a little bit of each of the books, a little bit of The Sun Is Also a Star, and now she's reading everything. So my daughter has ADHD, and it really shows in her books because it does not hold her attention for long. I will need to find a book that will fit a 13-year-old girl that has a very light attention span when it comes to books. She wants to read. She just can't find one that she can hold on to for more than 5 minutes. It's really cute though, and it sounds really cute. I am actually kind of interested in reading it myself. Is that goofy? My daughter picks out a book and I read it instead. Is the Boyfriend app. I also read the front cover of this one because I didn't read it when she picked it out. She said it sounded like it was funny and wanted to get it, so I went ahead and let her read it. My daughter is really into geeky stuff. She's a geek at heart, even though she doesn't show it very often. And I think her taste in books shows it. This is about another geeky girl who really wants to get out of her hometown, and she finds this contest that will let her win $200,000 for making up an amazing app. And so she made up the Boyfriend app. Says the Boyfriend app, get the guy. And of course Elise, again, loves anything that has to do with computers and her phone, and she's really starting to experiment when it comes to her limits with her technology. And so I see where she's going with this, between the geeky supermodel and the girl that makes up a app to find boys. It's kind of like her little thing, you know? I think it's cute. I think it really shows you something about the person by what kind of books they pick out. Now if I could only get her to sit still long enough to read one of them. But this is her little library haul. I need to take glitter back, so I figured it'd be a good idea to show you the other ones. And I have a feeling there's going to be more to come very soon. So I will put a hold on this video. I'll put a hold on this video until we get the rest of the books that we want to get. Well, at least for now, because, you know, libraries are awesome. There's tons of books. These hauls will always change. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, guys. So we went to the library today.
She got 20 books.
I did not.
Oh, okay. Sorry. She got about 15 through 16.
Just ignore that one. Okay.
She did.
All right, I got a bunch of them. I'm just going to show them to you really quickly because I don't know what most of them are about. So this is my most recent library haul. The first book I got is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I've tried to say that 4 times now and it has not worked yet, so yay! This is the book I'm most interested in. This is the one I'm most excited about reading. The next book that I got is Anna Dressed in Blood. They had this at Book Outlet, but it got sold out before I had a chance to grab it, so I wanted to try it out. But most of these books, I don't know what they're about. I just know that I saw them and thought they looked interesting.
Wait, did you give me the synopsis?
No, you just wouldn't let me.
I would too. I was sitting there reading very nicely.
So, yeah, Anna Dressed in Blood, there's one.
Scary out there. It's not mine though.
No, this one is just a collection of short stories. Like I said, I like reading like I said before, I like reading short stories in between longer books to help get me through funks. If I'm stuck in a funk after reading a book, I like moving on to short stories. So
I can read this while I'm waiting for my fairy tale books to get here.
They're scary though, they're from my horror authors.
Yeah, I know.
The Kendra Blake, the girl who wrote Anna Dressed in Blood, also wrote a story in here. R.L. Stein did. Carrie Ryan, who wrote The Forest of Hands and Teeth, she has a story in here. Neil Schusterman, who wrote Unwind, has a story in here. So there's a bunch of people that I'm excited about in this.
I'm not excited.
And I heard something about this one. Don't quote me because it could totally be wrong. That it was something about.
It looks like it's the
It says the higher you are, the farther you fall. But I don't remember what it was about. I just remember hearing about it on BookTube and being like, oh, that sounds cool.
I feel like I've heard that quote somewhere.
It says, welcome to Manhattan 2118. 100 years in the future, New York is a city of innovation and dreams. Everyone there wants something and everyone has something to lose. That's the first little chunk of this one. So,
Is The Outsider 50th Anniversary Edition by C.E. Hilton.
This is an old book that a lot of people had to read in high school.
This looks like a good one.
I didn't have to read it in high school, and I knew that it just came out with its 50th anniversary. I saw it sitting on one of the shelves and decided to go ahead and grab it because I thought it might be interesting.
I will never have to read a book in high school because I'm not actually going to one.
It's called Homeschool, and you still have to read. This is one of my husband's that he picked out to read. It is The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. It is one of my favorite books. I love this book. When I read this book, I checked it out from the library. I do not own this book because I checked it out from the library. So guess what we did? We checked it out again. I think we should buy it.
Labyrinth Lost, and it has a girl with face paint on it that looks like a sugar skull.
It's supposed to be a own voices, something to do with Mexican culture, I think. I can't remember.
Looks good. You go with those.
It hits me like a cold wave. Can I choose to not have a death day? Can't I? I'm not sure what it's about, but I remember, but this has been on my, I really want to look at it. I don't read synopsises very often because I like kind of going in blind, and a lot of people said they like this book, so this has been on the top of my list for quite a while. It's actually on the top of my I want to buy it list. When I saw it, I just couldn't pass it up. I also got Into the Water. I did not like Girl on a Train. I didn't finish Girl on the Train. I want to finish Girl on the Train, but I don't want to finish Girl on the
What's wrong
Train.
with Girl on the Train?
So boring.
That's gonna be one terrible movie for me.
So boring. Drive on a train there, on a train back, drinking copious amounts of alcohol, and
Hallucinating.
staring at weird people, making up stories about their lives and how friendly you are, staring at your ex's house and his new bride and his new child. That's all Girl on the Train is. This is as far as I've gotten. If it gets better, let me know and I'll finish it. But this one's supposed to be really good. It's Into the Water. I figured I would give it a try. This is not on the top of the list of ones I'm going to read, so if one of them doesn't get to.
Okay, so this is The Passenger, and I have no idea what it's about.
I heard really good things about it. I've also heard really mixed things about it. It's from Alexander Bracken. I don't remember what it was about, but I got it anyways. It's the joy of libraries. I can get all the books I want and then only read half of them.
So the restriction on how many books you can get at this library is how many you can hold,
And I can hold a lot.
with the help of 2 other people.
Yes, this is true. This is called The Scourge. This is the other book that Pat got for himself. And I read the information about this one. It's about a plague. And the very, very top of the description is covered up by the sticker. And so all I know is it's about a girl who had to take a test to see if she had this plague thing, and she came out positive. So they sent her to a deserted island or a secluded island so that she could die there. It sounds interesting, actually. If you like it, I'll probably read it too.
Alright, so this one is Dead in the Family, and all I know about this book is that we have like probably 50 paperbacks of them at home.
Okay, I only got this one because I couldn't remember if I was on. This is either the last book I read or the last book I didn't read, and I'm curious. All my books are in storage. I have this book at home in storage, but since it's not here and I am curious about it, I picked it up because I want to know if this is the last book I read or the last book I haven't read.
I was wondering.
Okay, I also got Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I listened to a little chunk of the audiobook, and the guy's voice just didn't call to me as being something I want to listen to. I may try again because I had the same problem with the girl who did Daughter of Smoke and Bones, and I ended up loving it. But because I am not 100% positive if I am going to like the audio version, I figured I would just try the actual book. I'm doing the Daughter of Smoke and Bones trilogy on audiobook right now. I am hoping to start number 2 very, very soon.
Okay, so this one is Since You've Been Gone. When I read that, it sounds like a song right now.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, it looks like a good book. It looks like 2 friends that got split up in some tragic thing.
I don't know. All I know is it's a Morgan Matson book, and Morgan Matson wrote The Unexpected Everything, and I love The Unexpected Everything, and because I love that book so much, and I saw that she had another one that was at the library, I grabbed it. That's the only reason. Just because of who wrote the book is why I grabbed the book. Okay, so I also got We Are Liars.
This is true.
Again, it's another book that I don't know anything about, but a lot of people likes. And when it comes to books, I'm kind of a follower. I'll make my own decision once I read it, but I will kind of just go off what people say is good and decide for myself. So that's what I did here. Okay, so The Thug Kitchen is a vegan cookbook, and we are a mostly vegan household. So I'm trying to find more interesting ways for us to eat at home. Okay, let's just do that. All right, well that's it for all of our library books. Come back and see what else we actually paid for.
Man.